Hey guys, what's up? You're watching T-Bones Tech, and in this video I'm going to be comparing the Canon 24mm f2.8 versus the Canon 18-55mm f3.5 to f5.6. The main reason why people would choose zoom lenses over prime lenses is because you have that extra focal length. So you can start out at the wide end of 18mm and then zoom in all the way to 55mm without using any digital zoom. But as I'm going to show you from this demonstration, the Canon 24mm lens, shot at 24mm of course, is actually sharper than the Canon 18-55mm lens when shooting at 55mm. What this means is the Canon 24mm lens is actually so sharp that you can crop the Canon 24mm to the equivalent of 55mm. And your image is still going to be sharper than the one shot on the Canon 18-55mm lens. Alright, so I have my Canon T6i hooked up to the Canon 18-55mm lens, and it's on a tripod. And I'm going to go into my camera, and I'm going to take a picture at 1/60th of a second, at f5.6 at ISO 100, and I'm going to keep all the settings the exact same on both test shots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out all the way to 55mm, then I'm going to go into wide view, I'm going to zoom in 5 times, and then I'm going to find my critical focus. Then once I found my critical focus, I'm going to take that picture. Alright, so now I'm going to take the Canon 18-55mm lens off, and I'm going to replace it with the Canon 24mm. Now again, I'm shooting the 24mm lens using the exact same settings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into wide view on here. I'm going to zoom in 5 times, find my critical focus, and then take the picture. Alright, so now I'm going to bring both these pictures over to my MacBook and compare them. Alright, I have both these pictures imported into Lightroom. This picture was shot at 55mm, and this picture was shot using the 24mm lens. So the picture on the left was shot with the 24mm lens, of course at 24mm, and the picture on the right was shot with the Canon 18-55mm lens, zoomed out all the way to 55mm. Now zooming into this picture, we can automatically tell that the Canon 24mm lens, when cropped to the equivalent of 55mm, is much sharper than the Canon 18-55mm lens, optically zoomed out all the way to 55mm. You can see here by the dust and the sharpness of the picture. We can also see by the colors, the Canon 24mm also reproduces much better color. Now again, what this means is you can take a picture wide at 24mm, you can crop it, and it's still going to be sharper than 55mm. Now both the Canon 18-55mm kit lens and the Canon 24mm EFS lens are the exact same price, about $150. The Canon 24mm f2.8 lens is f2.8, which means it's almost 1 stop all the way to 2 stops faster than the Canon 18-55mm, which means it's going to allow more than double the light into your camera sensor, which is going to allow you to shoot at a lower ISO number. If you're zoomed out all the way to 55mm on the Canon 18-55mm lens, you might have to use an ISO of 100. But with the Canon 24mm f2.8, you can use an ISO of 400 and you will still have the exact same exposure. Images are going to be twice as clear and free of noise on the 24mm lens. If you're interested in buying the Canon EFS 24mm f2.8, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below to Amazon. The average price is around $150, but you can pick up used ones for around $100. Also, I have tons of coverage for you guys on the brand new Canon T6i, so if you're interested in any of that, make sure to check out my channel, and I have tons of videos talking about the Canon T6i. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and want to see more hands-on videos with different cameras and different lenses, make sure to subscribe to this channel, because then you'll be notified when I release new videos to my YouTube channel.